Powered by Virginia Radio.
Yo. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's another Wednesday. We're trying to see if my mics work. Hey, good evening, y'all. Yo. It's another blessed and beautiful evening Wednesday. I hope this Wednesday has met you guys well. I hope this week has treated you nice. I hope that in the midst of whatever you may have going on, that you're able to still be floating on those broken pieces. Today is going to be a very open discussion where I would like you guys to be interactive today. I would like you guys to call in. The number is 757 934 964 9367 757 964 9367. Call in. I have some things that I would love you guys to come on and chime in with me about. If you're not going to call in, please do at least type in and let me know what's on your mind as we do this dialogue, like a conversation back and forth. I want to hear what's on your mind. I had a guest, but things happen sometimes in life, and we just have to move around it. So I get an opportunity to talk to you guys a little one-on-one about what's been going on, current events, things that have been coming up a lot that have either took me by surprise or I haven't really heard anybody speak about just yet. Or I think there may be something good to talk about to you guys for a little while. So, and again, like I said, you guys can chime in as well. In the Powered by Virginia Network house, as usual, the people who power me, T Spills, sponsored by Malika TBD. Big shout out to her. She's so dope, super awesome. Man, just walking in gratification, guys. Today is my eldest son's birthday. Happy birthday, Keyshawn, young king. He is turning 17 today. So dope for that. Just appreciative for life and in total, like appreciative for his life, appreciative for the lives of those around me, appreciative for being able to be around people with like minds, people with better minds, people with different minds, people with just different perspectives. Just the flood of newness that has been in my life is just like, whew. It's awesome and it's dope, and I'm being pushed into rooms and spaces that I have never, that people don't know who I am, and I may know who they are, but they don't know who I am, and that's kind of dope, because when you have the privilege to be in the room, despite of whether whoever knows you or not, you in the same room with those people. That's just so dope. And it's just like, I don't mind playing the background, so I like it. But I just like being able to bounce things and listen to other people's ideas and pick their brains a little bit, which is what I did today before coming on to the show. I was a part of... Hey, y'all, hey. I was a part of... something they're doing in Portsmouth that is so big, and I think it's so awesome and dope, with like bringing like-minded, what's up, A-Minded? Bringing like-minded individuals in the same space to collaborate, to bounce ideas off of each other. Who else to get it from but the source? So the people that are actually doing the groundwork will have a better understanding of really what's going on the ins and outs of the day-to-day. Just bringing yourself to a regular person like me. Because I do double and dabble, and I am here and there in a lot of different things, even though not in the forefront or whatever, I have a collective understanding of things. So I was able to bring that and listen to people's that I admire, and people that I like what they're doing, I love what they're doing, and I'm able to like just sit in the room and listen, collaborate. It was very dope, very awesome. I won't talk too much about it because I don't know how large scale it is at the time, or like how, certain things you can't talk about them until they come into full fruition, so I don't want to overspeak, but it was just dope being in that space. Big shout out to Dr. Hayes and the Saturday Academy for allowing me the opportunity to do so. Yeah, and I'm bringing that up, right? So initially, this is why I always say we got to have that good side and that good blend and complete blend or balance of that spirituality and that practicality, right? Because sometimes things may not seem as though the intention is right, the way it comes, the way it's packaged, the way it may even look, right? It may seem a little iffy. You may not want to do it, but typically the things which we have a little resistance to tends to breed us the result that we kind of want or we need or whatever. So sometimes even when things don't present themselves in a certain light, push with them anyway. Go anyway, regardless of what you may feel about anything, because you never know what lies on the other side of that choice. So just sharing that little light with something that I got through my own walking in my own light and what I just realized with the way we can move. Again, you guys can call in 757-964-9367. Shout out to everybody on the line with me. Thank you for the birthday love, Durham Raymond. Thank you, Miss Malika, TBD. Thank you, Mom, Miss Cooking Provide. What's up, Loud? What's up, Josephina? All right, let's go. Let's get it, people. All right, I told y'all I'm all in the comments this evening, so go ahead and drop what you got to say. Call me up on the line. We're going to be doing a little interaction today. So I first want to talk about, what's up, Zoe? I first want to talk about what's been going on. I heard it on the radio and I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, but I've heard a lot about this topic, right? And on different levels. So I want to first start out by saying men and women are equally important. First of all, let's really understand that, people, because they both are necessary units to build anything else from. A male and a female, a feminine and a masculine, they must exist. And what I mean by that is, no, I'm not saying or whatever, hey, what's up, fan? I'm saying that they have to exist in the sense of their roles in life are equally important. You get what I'm saying? Their contributions, their attributes, the reason why their whole purpose of being is here, right? And this is not talking about necessarily a relationship structure. So I don't want you guys to get lost on what I'm saying by the male and the female both being prominent and important and vital pieces, okay? What I want y'all to know is, because sometimes we fight against each other, right, for who is more this and who is more that and who is less of this and who is less of that. Well, and especially with black and brown people, well, we got to understand that if never before, right, because you got to look at in the way in which they're doing with population, with the way that they're changing laws, regulations, rules, and so forth, and etc. Right? Because there's a lot of things. We're going to try to skim on a little bit of all of them tonight if we don't touch them. Okay, so understanding that equal importance, understanding that men bring something to the table that a woman cannot. Women bring something to a table that a man cannot. So when we understand that, they're equally important. So when I say that, I want us to understand that if we can come up with being better solutions, problem solvers, right? Coming up with the solutions instead of tearing down all the problems. Because we all got problems. And even if you break that down to an individual within the male and female species, it's always going to be problems, issues, traumas, all kinds of things we can tear apart, right? But when we focus on, what's our rule of wrong? But when we focus on the building up, the building up of each other. And again, y'all, this is an interaction episode, so I would love for you guys to give me your feedback, to call in at 757-964-9367. It's also in the chat as well. But yeah, I just really want to dive into this because I think that sometimes, even with this meeting today, sometimes I understand that it be the small things, guys, that we find ways to divide. And at this point, and not even at this point, we should, sometimes you have to set your pride aside for the bigger goal, right? We all have reasons where we can discredit ourselves from anything, whether it's a job, whether it's an organization, whether it's the school systems, whether it's the country, whether it's the health systems. However, we still show up every day, right? And we do whatever we're having to do. So my thing is, with some things, we have to learn how to not try to divide them so we don't have to deal, and find a way that we all can function and deal properly. And for male and female, when we go back to this portion of it, it has to be something real, right? It has to be something solid, and it has to be something communicated to where both parties have a good understanding. So one of the things that divide us is people say that men sometimes date up or date down, and that women sometimes do the same. So I want to know. I know somebody gonna call me. Who is dating down? Why or what is dating down? I know. I want to know what y'all think. What is dating down? When a man is dating down, what does that mean? When a woman is dating down, what does that mean? Please call in 757-964-9367. Call me. Talk about it. Dating down. What is dating down, y'all? What is that? Okay. Give y'all a couple of seconds. I want to rush y'all. I want to give y'all time to call 757-964-9367. Because I understand when you're looking at the live, it's hard to call in. So please call in and talk to me. If y'all want to talk to me in a second, you know I'm going to have to go on. Hopefully somebody interrupts me, you know. But the dating down, when I heard of this, it was on a morning show. I can't remember which one it was. I believe it may have been the one with Young Jock on it, I believe. And they were talking about, they always ask, well, they were talking about a dude in this particular instance, about why the dude date down. And then some people were saying that men date down because they don't want to rise up to be whatever. Some people say people date, what else was one of their reasons? Another one of their reasons was men date down because they don't want to do so much. Okay? So those were the two reasons that they said. Honestly, I get what they're saying. I do get what they're saying. But for real, how can we say if a person is necessarily dating down or not? Because who said it the best was your girl, what is the dark skin comedian name? She said it best. It's going to come to me. She said it best when she said they just do that special thing that they like. You don't know if they're dating down. They might have a connection, or they may be able to touch them in a space that no other person in their bracket or upper, whatever, can do. Like maybe they the one thing that they needed, they were able to provide. You never know when it comes to what you see from the eyesight and what a person deals with. Because then let's look at the person you saying that's dating down, right? What if they not as up as you think and behind closed doors? Like what if they require a lot? What if the girl that matches his look doesn't have the time nor energy nor space or even desire to do what needs to keep him? Like I feel like sometimes we get so lost in things because we look at things a little differently. Dating up and dating down. A woman dating down. Okay, so a lot of people are saying a woman dating down would be a woman, you know, messing with a guy who doesn't have a job or doesn't have, or works at a lower paying job, or I don't know. Those are things I know for sure people would say about a woman dating down, right? But what if that man is her peace? What if that man cleans up her house and does everything else? What if that man just can't find a job? What if that man mental capacity ain't right? What if that man just got fired from a job? What if that man worked the whole relationship, but this last year or two he hasn't worked? I don't know. Like I think sometimes, like it say in the Bible, I forgot what verse it is, but for the man, it's either the man's eyes or something that's never satisfied. Like it's pretty much we're never satisfied. Like people are never satisfied at times, and it's crazy how we're not satisfied for other people's lives. Be happy for them if that's what worked for them. Why should we have a standard on what we think somebody else should have unless it's negative for them? You know what I'm saying? Unless we can see the negative effect or the downward spiral in that person that we've called is dating down. Is it really dating down? I don't know. So that was just something. Y'all didn't want to call and talk to me. That is fine. I appreciate it though. Y'all tune in. I know this is a different approach or whatever, but just trying something different. Going back to what I started out doing, having y'all call in and talk to me and chit chat and stuff.
where else will we talk about men and women being important, right? Men really have to understand how important you guys are, because I think that we don't tell y'all how important y'all are enough, because a lot of women have been brainwashed or led to believe that it's a woman's role to do everything, and it's not. That's why you have so many angry women. That's why you have so many bitter women. That's why you have so many tired women, because it's not, no matter how strong you are, right? And everybody's been caught up in it at some point in time, whether you said it, you really internalized that thing and felt it, or whatever reason, they say, oh, I can do this, I don't need no man. No, you may not need a man, but you need a man. I don't know if that makes sense. You don't need a man to be whole. You don't need a man to be you, or whatever the case is, but we all need somebody else. And maybe it's not a man that you need. Maybe it's somebody else that you need. But whoever else, we all were made to have counterparts. It doesn't mean that if you don't have a counterpart, I mean, you have to get married. But we're all meant to have that interaction with others. It's a stimulation that is necessary. Like, you can tell children, they've done experiments. This is not nothing that I'm just saying. These are things that are factual, actual. We all need that type of outward stimulation from other human beings. That's, again, keeping that blend and balance between spirituality and practicality. Because people can tell you, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this. Yes, we understand all of that. However, this has been done more than it has not been done. So let's talk about ways to act once we're in this space. And what I'm talking about now, I'm not going to talk at you guys, I'm going to talk right to you guys. It's sex, right? One of the most taboo conversations that we can have, that people don't want to have, whether it's with our children, whether it's with our peers, whether it's with our coworkers, and you're right, a lot of females don't acknowledge men as though, and that is dope. And that is dope as far as you bringing it out. I'm sorry. What I mean is, where I don't really know the answers to why a lot of females don't acknowledge men. I know how they can get to that place, though. A lot of hurt by men, a lot of letdown by men, and there's no excuse. I just understand how they can get to that place. But then it's because, again, it comes from a place of pride, right? Because after you've been hurt but so many times, you don't want to keep looking stupid, right? So sometimes, instead of looking, because grown people do it on all levels, not even just when it comes, again, to opposite sex or talking about companionship, just in regular interactions. People have been made to feel or to be so strong that instead of being honest and saying, oh yeah, he hurt me, but I still desire for that, they'll say, oh, I don't want that. Older women revert to their Bible or to their God or to whatever their religion may be, because it don't have to always be Christians. There's all kind of women that do that in all religions. So they go to that, and they lean to their spirituality and say that keeps them whole. But then my rebuttal to that is, but it can't, because he can't be that for you. He can be a lot of things for you. He can be love. He can't be your lover. See, it's a difference. And sometimes, and I know people are not going to agree with that, but that's the truth. And when you think about it, it kind of sounds a little weird to think that God can be in that space to be your lover. He can give you love. He's your first lover, not lover. Like, let's be real. You look for lover in your flesh and your practicality and that. You know what I'm saying? And even in intimacy, because let's understand, intimacy is not about physicality. It's more about a mental or a spiritual stimulation. So, we're understanding that. Yeah. Going to this, Kwame, it's a generation where women are mentally ruining men. And you know what? I agree with that. And I agree that's twofold. I think it's going back and forth. Because this is the most... Okay, so let's deal with the men part first. Okay, let's deal with the men part. And the reason why that is... So now these same women that we were talking about that are broken or hurt or whatever, they are left to raise children. That's why men must arise and stand up. Because if you leave that same woman in that household to raise your boys, then what do you think may happen? That's why men, regardless of your emotions, regardless of the hellaciousness, pick better before you poke, just like she got to pick better before she get poked. You get what I'm saying? It's no one thing, it's both, and it's not to neglect anything. It's just simply to say that's why men, if you know this, you got to do better. Like, you got to step up and rise up for yours, for your generation, so that you can break that curse, because now you're able to be that man that, regardless if that even is what she's refuted, because some women would just do it out of anger and mere their own intentions, and I get that. I've seen all different dynamics of this, right? However, it's men, you got to step up when you know what you're dealing with, and you got to do a little bit more work. It's not going to be easy, but a lot of things in life is not easy, and the way we pick is our choices. That's what we chose. That's what we with, right? And no matter, it may not be right or wrong, but then you got to learn ways to deal with it, because guys, being better nowadays is having or being better nowadays is having or being a perfect person. Okay, so being better nowadays is having or being a perfect person. But I guess it all goes back to the type of people in which you are dealing with, because let's understand, okay, go back to something we talked about before, right? And what we look for. So if you have a look, right, and say you go for, because I'm thinking you a man, right? So I'm saying if you go for a woman with a certain type of physique, a certain type of this, and a certain type of that, and that's the only woman you go for, you're going to typically keep getting the same thing. Same thing for women. If you go for the dude with the biggest bag, every time, all the chains, all the women inside her, whatever, you're going to get the same result, right? So then we got all those places in between of the gray people, because everybody don't fit those categories, okay? So if whatever category you're in, right? No, I disagree with that. Women, because I'm a woman, right? Women don't want a man with no flaws. She wants a man who can be accountable. She wants a man who can be reliable. She wants a man who's going to be honest. She wants a man who's going to be consistent. Now, let's understand. Right now, we in a world where people like to play games a lot, right? So people not really forthcoming with their emotions on either side of the fence. Let's keep that 100. Men nor women. We both playing a lot of games, right? Because right now, everybody is for self, right? So everybody's trying to protect themselves, right? Everybody trying to get whatever they want out of something. So because they're neglecting the other person's perspective, views, or whatever the case may be, that's what we think it is. But all women don't want that, because typically the women... Talk about something. Okay, come on. I like you. You need to talk. Come on, let's talk about what you're saying now. I want to ignore the bad. I want y'all to keep talking to me. We as men go through a lot of things in life, and some females don't know how to handle us. By a man trying to find himself or figuring out what they have to do, some females look at you as being soft. Not all women, some women. And I respect that. Okay, so, let me be a little transparent, okay? I talk about myself because I know myself, right? So, I'm a woman that either men like me or they don't like me, right? For whatever reasons, right? So some men would never tell, I would never know that they like me until somebody else tell, or far down the line, or whatever case may be, because for whatever reason, right? Some people don't attract the people that are good for them. And some people don't get attracted by the people that would appreciate them. Let's understand, because we have got our psyche lined up with our visual, and we see what we want to see, that sometimes we don't see what we need to see. See, because the very thing that be right there in front of you, we don't see that because it don't line up with what our vision is for that thing. You know, we all have a vision about that car, that house, that whatever. So when that girl don't come in that vision, because let's understand, why are so many why was so many women right now, right, doing a lot of different alterations with themselves, right? And alarming proportion. There's nothing new under the sun. They've been getting plastic surgery, Botox, all that good stuff. But they're doing it at alarming rates, and it's hitting everybody. We know the flood of and fluctuation of money also helped to progress that or escalate that. But let's really dig at the deeper root. What's up, Lyle? What's going on, baby? I know that's right. I like that too. Thank you for opening my mind up for that one. I like y'all interactions. I love it. So look, when we think about that, let's go to the real issue of this. This is not just about this. At this point, it's about the inwards. Because our enemy sometimes is our enemy. Most times, because it comes through your heart space, it comes through your mental. You understand me? Because if we understand, for what I believe, I am a spiritual being having a natural experience. So when I understand and overstand that, right, it puts me in a place to understand that a lot of this stuff is in hearts. People's hearts are messed up, men and women alike. That's why I want y'all to understand that we're more alike than we are different. Yes, we communicate differently because men are made to put up a physique. They are bred. Let's understand, not even just raised. They are bred this way because, see, raised is something, but bred is generations and you keep breeding a certain. We've bred men to be that way, and that's something we have done wrong as mothers and grandmothers and fathers and as people. And this is all races. This is not even a black and brown issue at this point. This is all races, right? We have made the man be such a statuette of straight, a pillar of strength and just resilience and just stamina and endurance, not understand that he is wrapped in the same flesh as we are. So he feels the same way. He feels the feelings. He feels fear. He feels scaredness. He feels hurt. He feels shame. He feels guilt. He feels insecurities. You get what I'm saying? He has mental breakdowns. He has things that he hasn't got over. Let's understand, hell, most men have been molested and or raped. So they deal with the same traumas and issues. They have abandonment issues. They have mommy issues. They have daddy issues. They have women leaving me issues. Like, so we all have these intertwined issues. So if we understood that under all the rubbish that people try to put on us to divide us, that we are so much more the same, then maybe we can help repair each other. With understanding that we all bring the missing piece. Like, I have your missing piece, not necessarily yours, but you have mine, because that's how it works. Like, and whoever your counterparty is, they have your missing piece, but it's somebody out there. And I'm not saying to feel you. No, you get that from your spirituality. However, to feel this natural experience, it is better to share it with somebody, because let's understand, everybody's not blessed to have children. Everybody's not chosen to have children because they don't want them. That is their blessing to not have them. Everybody has their different walk. You see what I'm saying? So everybody has different things. Why, when a man wants a woman, he pays attention to what she wants naturally. As a man, you give to her, Lord. And that's true. That is, but see, again, when you talk, okay, so what he said was, when a man wants a woman, he pays attention to what she wants natural. As a man, you give it to her knowing you're pleasing your woman, right? And that's right. However, because we have not taken the identity as a men and women right now, we're bitches and niggas. That's where we lost. See, because the names in which you call is the way and the character in which you come on, y'all. It's the way in which you're gonna deal with the thing, right? So if I say this water right here, this is whatever kind of water, this is more upper echelon. Y'all know I drink the store brand, but this is upper echelon water, right? So you're gonna treat this water a little different. You might not share all these waters like you share the brand, right? You're not gonna let everybody drive the Bentley like you let everybody drive the Honda. You get what I'm saying? So when I say this, I forgot why I was going with that. Oh, I know why. Some people say certain things, and some people built for certain things, some people are not. Some people cannot. Some people don't want to because they perceive it different. The person got the same qualities, but they perceive it different. Let's see. But why don't women these days want to build a man up like a man has to build a woman up? But, okay, so I need you to call in, because sometimes men go through hell pleasing a woman because of your different emotions. But when it comes to a man, when you have a breakdown, it's a weak as a man. Okay, well, I'm not the knower of all, teller of all. However, I'm going to give a little insight from what I understand about this, right? So, again, it goes to the woman you pick. You gotta, like, it's red signs. It's signs in life. Sometimes we don't pay attention to signs. And it comes with what kind of man you pick. For real. Some people we know off top, right? Let's keep it on it. We know off top what they are, what they have, what we think they have to offer us. We will see potential in people. We will see, because when you get a cut, how that person reacts to your cut. So you see that the person didn't react good or well to your liking off your cut, but now you got a whole, excuse me, we're gonna say something got you needed a suture for something. I don't know. You need a suture. you can't expect them to give you the suture if they couldn't give you the Band-Aid. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't expect. Sometimes we expect unrealistic things from people that we know not able to give them to us. And sometimes you gotta pay attention to what they show you before it gets to that level, because people not that good. Y'all ain't telling me these people that good. Now, see, I understand when my shortcomings come, because I know it's because something I saw. Something I wanted. It's something I wanted to see. So I get it, and I take that. I don't say, oh, it's that person. No, it was me, because they showed me what they were able to be. But guess what I did? I said, oh, they're able to do this, but out here, I'm going to make them do this because that's what I want them to do. So if I show them this, that's going to in turn get me this. But that's not how that works. And when it doesn't work that way, then I got to say, okay, didn't get that way. It didn't work out right. But we have to start being honest, because we cannot act like things aren't what they are. If you know that person ain't never been built for nothing outside of what they doing, why expect more from them? That's on you. That's not on them at this point. So we gotta understand when it's them and when it's us. They say shame on you, haven't been the time, then the shame on me, then it's whoever fault, right? So I'm not good with all the little cliche talkers, but y'all know exactly what I'm saying. Thank y'all. I'm trying to talk to him, sis. Josephina in the room. But I hope I answered your question, sir, because I'm glad that I like you. You keep picking my brain. All we need to do is come together as one, understand each other, as well as strengthen our relationship and communication. Very true. Everyone has flaws, but if you seek understand, okay, talk about flaws, right? It definitely starts with self. Come on, John. Come on, John. Hey. Okay, it definitely starts with self. So now go back to what I was just saying. I don't know, y'all might be late to the party. I'm going to bring y'all back up to speed with the inner me, right? You have to start with you, because you can become your own enemy. You have to heal yourself first. You have to be happy with yourself first. It's nobody's job to heal you, to make you happy. That's not their job. Their job is to come in and be a helpmate. What a helpmate is, I will help you, right? If you allow me to help you. Because see, let me tell y'all, some of y'all are not helpable. I have been not helpable before. Because when you're used to being the helper, it's hard to receive help. So you have to be helpable first. Because if you make it hard for somebody to do something that's already uncomfortable for them, then that's going to kind of make it even harder. So you have to first work on being helpable, people. First of all. And because you're shitty, you can't project that onto them. You cannot. It can turn to manipulation, but that's only if you let it. Talk to the people. Help can turn to manipulation if you let it. Self-preservation. But see, again, self-preservation. Okay, let's talk about, I love y'all. Y'all is on one tonight with me. Thank y'all. My T-Spills audience on Powered by Virginia, sponsored by Malika TBD. Okay, now y'all can call in 757-964-9367. So he said, I want to hit on two topics. I love it. Self-preservation. Okay, so when we're talking about self-preservation, and let's not get self-preservation misconstrued, people. Self-preservation is about preserving yourself, right? But when we're talking about becoming a partnership, right? Let's talk about this, because this is where I think, okay, so when we become a partnership, now I ain't talking about when you dating or whatever the case may be. You are too, baby. You are too. Thank you, Mr. Newsom. We're not talking about just when you in a little dating zone or whatever the case may be. When you're talking about, okay, I'm going to be in a relationship with this person, then y'all become a partnership. So self-preservation, right? We got to make sure that we're not going in there being in survival mode and you talking about building, because we can't be in survival mode and talking about building at the same time. They do not coexist. You cannot do that, because guess what? Somebody gonna be overplaying their part and somebody gonna be underplaying their part, and at some point it's not gonna work. So we gotta come to where now we have to have those hard conversations. Come on now, you better talk about it, Mom. Nobody can do more than what you allow. Now we gotta talk about, okay, what do you expect? What do you want? Do you want to move forward with me? Do I want to move forward with you? And then we got to be honest and look, because it's your job. Self-preservation is you looking, right? Paying attention to the signs. See, we do too many waiting for somebody else to tell us stuff. Sometimes stuff is what it is, and you have to be able to see that stuff when it's coming. You could be manipulated in that also, because it's like women come and go through and go these days. They are always in survival. I disagree. I disagree. Again, now let me tell you this. Now let me help you with this, sir. Now I'm really for real. This for you, Mr. Kwame. Okay, I love you. You all right with me? Now I'm gonna tell you this. So what it sounds like from what I'm getting from your comments, right? is that you are in a hurt place or have been in a hurt place, right? And you may just be attracting hurt people because maybe you're not ready to be in a relationship just yet. Maybe you got some more things to deal with on you so that you don't have that residue so high that it attracts that other stuff that you're getting, because it seems like you keep getting like the residual. You keep getting the same thing. So I feel like you just really have to wait a while. And it's okay. See, sometimes that's what we fail at too, because we fail to be by ourselves. Because being by ourselves make you look at yourself, and then you got to deal with yourself. Then you got to fix up yourself, and you're going to find out I like a lot of stuff about me, but guess what? It's some things I did not know I did. I don't like that. I want to fix that. And that's what you do. You fix that, baby. That's what you do. As you should, though, because it's called evolution. It's what they always say about today's prices, not yesterday's prices or whatever. It's the same thing about yourself. The expectations of yesterday no longer live in today, baby. So it's okay if you don't like some things you do today based on today's perspective and position. You understand? It's okay to rewrite and to revamp and to redo. It is okay. Ain't nothing set in stone. We still rocking with it. You understand? So I say dust the dirt off. Okay, you made a mistake. Now move on. We can't fester in these things, because then they become long-lasting habits, behaviors, and that becomes a little harder, and that makes it harder for a person to love you genuinely and or properly, because you got to understand the person that you're normally or typically dealing with got similar traumas, pains, burdens, hurts. So if we really go back to what I said, we understand how more of alike we are, maybe we can come together, and even if it can't be on a longevity level for ourselves, or a more intimate or whatever set for ourselves, we can at least point out something or point out a solution to an issue for the next person. Because I think that goes back to our interactions, and that becomes being a good adulting. I heard that today. Good adulting. Yes, because adults have to do better at being adults. We do. Because listen, it's more of this generation. So how old are you, baby? Tell me that. How old are you? It's a lot of this new stuff, but you got to understand the generation's been changed. See, we got to understand, right? It's going to take a multitude of things for all of the issues that address and affect the brown and black people, because there were a multitude of ways that they stripped and conditioned us. 33. Okay. Oh, that's a good number, baby. That's a good number. Okay. So I get it. I mean, but it's kind of the way of the world right now, because music is leading and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm so thirsty. I've been drinking. Music is leading movies, social media, a lot of influences, unrealistic influences too. Cause we got a lot of reality shows that's at an all-time high. A lot of things are shifting the nature and the expectation of what reality really is. We're losing a grips on reality, and we're actually living in a fictitious world. That's what they don't tell you, because it goes against the status quo and the agenda that they're pushing, because then you wouldn't necessarily watch some of the shows and programs if you really understood its real agenda and or purpose. But because we just always say, well, it ain't that deep, it's just a little show, it's just a little this, it's funny, and I got caught up in it, I get it, but we gotta understand that everything play on our psyche. What you are looking for may not be what you want, but if you give that person a chance, it might work out. That is true. That's why I had to redirect my type. I had a type. I thought I had one at one point. I thought he was going to be so tall. He was going to be slow. I let it belt. But then I was like, I really don't, because I like men. So I can't say that I necessarily have a type. I have a type of man that I see, like a nurturer, a God-fearing man. I have that kind of type, but he has no physical type. Yes, I want him to be attractive. I want him to be pleasing to my eyes. I want him to be sexy to me, you know what I'm saying? But I did have a type. And the crazy thing about it is, the best love I've ever gotten in my life did not come from my type. You know what I'm saying? So That's why sometimes, again, like I said earlier, you got to change your vision, because sometimes it's what we attracting or what we're looking for does not suit our spirituality essence. It suits that practicality, because it's practical, because it looks right. It look good on my hip. It look good on my arms. You know how many dudes got girls that they love but they won't bring out in public because she don't fit the status quo, or vice versa. Like, that's it. We living in some different times. So let me go back and get a little bit of the I'm more on love, helping, partnership, raising kids, loving the fuck out of your flaws for real, because I'm a healer. Okay, so I'm glad you said that. So with you, Mr. Kwame, this is your issue. I had that issue before. So what it is first you have to heal yourself before you can heal. Because what happens is, when you're not healed and you're trying to heal, you become infected by what you're trying to heal them from. I'm just going to drop that there. And also, you want to do too much. So you got to have boundaries, because that's self-love. You have to have I had to learn this recently. You have to have boundaries. That's self-love. I thought limitless, endless, available love was just the best love, but I learned that it's not so. People take that for weak. People take that for soft. People undermine it. They belittle it. But then I had to understand me. See, it was my lack, because that was what I wanted so much. So because I spewed that on everybody else to get that in return, and when it did not come, I was disappointed. I was hurt. I even became angry. You understand? But I did not let myself become bitter, because I had to take my accountability for that was me. So I had to take some inner me to get that right and be like, okay, that ain't it. And then let's understand. But the crazy thing is, God will send you that person. But it ain't gonna come in the way you want it to look, so you may not take it. A lot of females have trust issues, and when a man is trying over and over again to show her that he will be there no matter what, they will put up a wall. Maybe it's because she already had a wall. Because And sometimes people do self-sabotage, and that's because, like what you said, they've been so hurt before that if something is too right or too good or whatever, they self-sabotage. I have done that before in the past. I understand. Yeah. You just gotta, sometimes we just gotta take that period like a cool down period. You know what I'm saying? You know how, like, when you do certain regiments and stuff, you have to have a cool down period, or they make you do 5 or 10 reps and stop, and then do 5 or 10 reps. There's a reason for that, because it's letting your body recuperate from what it has just endured, right? Same thing with relationships and things. If we took more of a cool off period, a simmer down period, instead of going with that dumb trend, you get over your ex with your next. That what happens is you spew that same thing. You spew that same thing over to that new thing. So now you taint it, because you got all this filthy, it ain't even just residue at this time. You actually got the little crumbs falling out. You get what I'm saying? On this new thing. So now this new thing is tainted because you didn't give yourself time to at least get to residue status. Like, you're straight raw. You just put the little chair out. Like, you. So when I say this, it's so important to understand who you are, and like you said, have times of being still so you can get the right thing next. Exactly. And when it get lonely, look, let's talk about this, y'all, because I'm in this place with, y'all don't know. Cool down. I've been on a very cool, it's frozen. Listen, so when you on this cool down period, it's gonna come, test gonna come. You gonna want what you want. You gonna try to make it happen because you feel like, well, I done waited this long, or whatever the case may be, and it's not gonna add up. But you just say thank you, because sometimes that's God protecting, and it's God covering. Because see, everything we want ain't what we need. And sometimes it's not even just your covering. See, sometimes you may really love a person so much that your actions, your mere being with them, may be devastating for their life because of what they got going on and where their heart really is. Because see, let's understand what love really is. See, love don't mean that you have to reciprocate it for it to be. See, that's that fake sometime love that some of y'all got. My love is genuine, right? So even when I don't feel the love back. You can't change my love. I tell all my friends that. You can't change my love, baby. I just may not love on you the same way. No, because I ain't no fool. But baby, you cannot change that. When I love you, I love you. It's stamped. It's official. I may not never talk to you another day in life, but that love that I have for you, baby, it is there. I will never let. That's just me though. See, so everybody's love is different. And it depends on what kind of love are we talking about, because a lot of people have never really loved, truth be told. A lot of you guys have lived in infatuation and strong lust. Let's really talk about it. Let's really talk about it. Call in, y'all. 757-964-9367. So let's really talk about it. Because a love exchange, now love don't shift. You can't love me today and then tomorrow I don't exist. That's not love. That ain't love. That was a strong example of lust. Okay, so let's talk about this. What we talking about? So, okay, so what was the next one? But yet when you have one of those cool off periods, you have to be alone. Not with the Lex, and you said it right. It's people that are my age that tries to run with the trend instead of being alone and get it right. Because, oh my gosh, people hate being alone. But you know what? The truth be told about that, it's not even just your generation, my love. Well, I think we're in the same generation. I'm not even sure. But it's my age group and higher too. See, a lot of these things are really, because I'm in so many different kind of groups and stuff with so many age groups, I get a little, that's why I love it. I get to hear a little bit of perspective from all different age groups. And really, to be honest, if they're not married, they're going through issues too, or they're going with the not being honest with themselves. I'm just going to be okay with my spirituality. Now, I can't say that because some of them may have been open when they were young, baby. They might just be retired. They might just be tired. Just be honest. Let's keep it real. Got a joke, but, you know, it might just be honest. You know, but a lot of people, it's universal. It's going on with a lot of different people. Let's talk about when both men and female give their trust in God to see and build in one another, they can find healing together. Trust and believe. That's facts. That is definitely facts. That is definitely facts. Talk about it or trying to fill that void. Yes, I'm 93 years old. You play too much, sir. You play too much. But trying to fill their void, right? So when people try to fill voids, let's understand, when you're trying to fill a void with something that is not the cause of the void, it's not going to be filled. A person, a new thing can't feel something that an old thing done. And why, if you like somebody, would you give them that much burden? Think about that. Let's just think about this, men and women, because we all talk about what the burdens are. But a lot of women, and women, we got to do better with raising our boys. Because if you know what kind of man you want, right? Or what kind of man you don't like. Well, let's put it like that. If you know what kind of man you don't like. Because a lot of us don't know, may not know. I didn't know that, baby. I'm sorry. You look real good for your age. I didn't know that, Dad, you made me mess up. You play too much. I didn't know you were 93. You look very good for your age, sir. That is awesome. So, with 93-year-olds, you have the same issues? You do look very good for your age. Filling the void. So, if I know where I was at, let me go back. Women raising the boys. So, if you know what kind of man you don't like, right? Don't groom your son to be that man. Because it's not about, I know it, it's not about you trying to redirect or whatever with your, but if you know it don't work, then why groom him into being a man that no woman really wants? It's gonna be a burden on another woman. Why would you do that? And men, that's why y'all got to step up, though. Hey, because we like to call the women out, right? But let's call y'all out on y'all shit, too. Stand on your 10 toes, baby. Look, okay, you cannot leave because you don't like what she offers. Because the booty, the pooty, the mouth, everything, you loved all of that. You loved whatever, the space you was in, whatever, right? At the time, just like she loved yours at the time. But guess what? The difference is she keep the kids. You have that option to do whatever, right? So if you know whatever kind of man mindset she got. And y'all the ones with the worst baby mamas. Y'all can't be the worst because y'all supposed to be there every day, the most active. Because you know that you're the only sanity for the child. You got to step up. No more excuses. Everybody got to stop making excuses because we go hard for what we want to go hard for. Believe that. If we talk about coins, everybody going hard. Your children are the most valuable possessions that you have. They're your lineage. They're your next generation. They're going to be the ones going to be wiping your butt. They're going to be the ones going to be bringing you water. You got to think about these things. So we have to raise them and rear them in the way in which we want them to grow and the way in which we want them to maneuver. We cannot coddle them. We cannot baby them because I know a lot of people with a lot of big families and one of their issues that they always talk about is how the women of that family are very strong and obtuse and upright and are leaders and they're just the bomb. But the men are softer and they're weaker and they need more coddling and they gotta be more whatever. And I get it because I'm a single parent and I'm not a great disciplinarian. I know y'all might be a little whatever. I'm not a great disciplinarian because I'm not as consistent as I should be and I know it. So what I do, I find ways to implement that. You get what I'm saying? I put my kids in programs to where they can implement that. I make sure that I teach them all the life lessons that I can because I know that that's my downfall. I know that's not my strong suit. So we got to be honest again with what we working with and what we lacking in. And it's okay to need help because I'm not a man. So I need manly counsel when it comes to manly things. And it's okay. But a lot of us have to understand how to step outside of our pride to get what is necessary for the end result. So you invite evil spirits in when you are easy to access. How can you heal from being hurt if you surround yourself with temptation? Well, then that's you answered the question, baby. You know the answer. You playing with me. You just want me to say it. I'm gonna say it. So you do invite evil spirits in. A lot of us invite evil spirits in unknowingly because when you don't speak against something and it goes against what you're in, it's kind of been silence sometimes is an invitation. So yes, I agree with that. But when you are in a space of healing, right, then you know better than to be around the things that you're trying to heal from. Like say if I'm healing from alcohol, I can't be around alcoholics because I'm going to drink. Like an old proverb, I guess an old Rasta man proverb, if you hang in a barbershop long enough, you go get a haircut. I think that was the most fundamental thing I ever heard. I think I said it a couple of times, but it's wise. It makes sense. If you keep being around something long enough, you're going to indulge because you're around it enough. It's going to start piquing your interest. So, with that being said, if you know you're in a healing space, then you have to go into seclusion. You know, you got to go in seclusion. You can't put yourself out there if you're not prepared for that thing. And see, sometimes we don't want to say that because, again, it's that pride thing. What's up, KPD? We don't want to say that, okay, I'm not ready for this. I ain't built for this yet. Because because as brown and black people, that's why I say men and women, we're more alike than what y'all want to acknowledge. That's why we got to unite instead of finding all these divisions. Because look, we deal with the same things. This is the same thing for men and women. This is not one-sided. We all, right? Excuse me. Okay, I'm trying to keep up with these things. Y'all coming in now. I met someone toxic, but now we've been married 15 years. You just got to know how to work it out. True. See, that you know what? He said, I met someone toxic, but now we've been married for 15 years. You just got to know how to work it out. See, if you are a patient person, and if you must have been securing yourself and knowing what you wanted and what you required, that you were able to fill that space. See, but you got to be in that space first to be able to take on that challenge. See, because if you in a space of working on yourself, or you ain't clear on where you healed your toxicity or not, or what you willing to deal with or not, then that person could break you or you could break them. So yeah, that's good. Some people it can work. That's why I say you can't judge people's relationships because everything don't work for everybody. What's up, Carlos? So everything don't work for everybody. That's why I don't judge people's stuff. I'm happy for people, whether it's heterosexual, homosexual, whatever. If you're happy, I'm happy because that's the key to life. Being happy, man. Forget being fake happy. Being happy for real, in real life, real time. With yourself happy. Happy because I be happy all with myself, baby. I'm a whole vibe with myself. You know what I mean? But I want to be happy with somebody. I definitely do. I'd be lying to y'all if I said I've been wanting that since I was a young girl, and I know I'm going to get it. But see, because of my life choices, not because of my life. See, listen how I worded that. Because of my life choices, I had to take a different route. I know, right? I am sipping the mess out of that water, baby. This mouth dry. You would have thought I don't know. It's a little warm in here. A little warm. I got on a lot of clothes. John, leave me alone. So, but with saying that, you know, I would love to share my life with people. I have been afforded that opportunity when people have asked me that question or whatever the case may be, but I don't play with stuff like that. And I ain't saying people are playing with it. They're out there doing it. I'm not saying that, but I don't play with it. So if I'm not ready, again, it come back to me, because I'm being honest with myself. If I'm not ready for what I want, why do it? Why do it? And I ain't saying I'm not ready to be with one person. No, I wasn't ready to do all that compromising yet. I don't think so. I don't think I was ready to put a person, because even though I'm very over loving, caring, and all that, I don't think I was ready for those things. Now, am I ready now? Yeah. Was I think I was ready then? I probably kind of was, but I wasn't, because it obviously wasn't the right fit or time. Because some things circle around. Some things you don't get on the first time. You know what I'm saying? Some things circle around. So sometimes you just gotta let life play itself out. But that's why you come, like, one thing people can say about me, regardless of whatever, I don't burn bridges. I don't. My bridges are always reconnectable. Because I'm never going to just leave you like whatever. Even if we have a disagreement, I'm going to come to you and give you closure or get closure. Because that's just how I move. Or I'm going to leave it alone and I'm going to be okay with it. Because I said whatever I said. Maybe I might not have got closure from you, but I said what I needed to say. And I'm good with it. Or you said what you needed to say and I understand it. However it may go, right? Y'all got to learn how to sometimes, again, pride will take you out of here. And pride will have you living unhappy. And I had to learn that too. As a younger girl with no extra guidance. I'm not from a big family. I don't have no sisters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got people I call my sisters. Big shout out to P, you know, and stuff like that. But I don't have no sisters. So I wasn't taught that stuff that girls get taught, or no cousins or older cousins for real. You know, I didn't meet my people till I was older. So I didn't get taught those things. So a lot of those things I had to learn for myself. And because I was being trendy, because when you don't know, see, that's why educating and awareness. The girl said something so dope today at the meeting. Awareness is so dope about everything. Awareness. That's why every month when they have something, whatever the title is something awareness. Because when you make somebody aware of something, they can do something about it. You got to first become aware. So I thought that was so profound. That was my takeaway from her. Big shout outs. I forgot her name, but she dope. Y'all will see. I probably have her up here. She real dope. I like her. But awareness. We have to bring awareness and education to what belongs to us. It makes no sense for us to have all the information, the tools, the resources, the whatever, and we don't pass it on. Because then what you have, generations that are lost. And this generation is not a lost generation, so please don't say it. This ain't the one. Maybe the one after them, if we don't change it. But not this one. They are definitely found. They dope as hell. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better stop sleeping on them. They dope. I know I done went to another thing, but they dope. But they deserve. And they're dope. You know why they so dope, though? Let me tell you why they're so dope. They're so dope because they didn't even have a lot of the tools and resources and unity that we had growing up. And a lot of them, see, because we stress on the ones that are whatever, the lacking. We don't talk about the ones that's dope, that are making groundbreaking records, that are making groundbreaking research, that are doing groundbreaking music, that are doing groundbreaking everything. Like, these kids dope as hell while y'all sleeping on them. They're doing a lot of great things. They're the first this, the first that, the first this, the first that. Like, come on now, they're not. Yes, but yeah, majority are. Yeah, majority are dope. I'm not, yes. That's what I'm saying. So we can't say that it's a lost generation. I just disagree with that. Anybody can disagree. I'm cool with it. But that's my stance, and I'm standing on it. I believe that we're fighting for, and I just believe they need to be educated so that 20 years from now, we won't be having the same conversation. Excuse me. about men and women being divided, especially brown and black men and women. People of pigmentation, we do not need to be divided. We got enough division. We do. We just have enough division. And let's understand, men, that women are so underrated, undervalued, underappreciated, overworked, overstressed, overpulled, overused, over a lot of things. And they just over it. You know, they're just over it, man. Like, it's not making excuses, but a person can only take so much, because guess what? With a man, the liberty that you have is that you're able to haul ass when you want to. Doop, 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 doop. You can maneuver. A woman, for the most part, it's rarities. I'm not going to say that. It's rarities. But for the most part, the woman is stuck. And I ain't going to say stuck. I don't like to use that word. But they are. So, when you are put with all that responsibility and burden, because she can feel the same way you want to, but she's not going to be looked at the same way you are. She's not going to get the, it's okay, or man, I get it, he tripping. She ain't gonna get that. If she gonna be talked about, she gonna be looked at funny. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a different status quo when it comes with men and women on certain things. But when I say she's undervalued, underappreciated, because see, let me explain something to y'all, man. Let me drop on. I ain't telling all the secrets, women, but let me drop this one code. Girls care about being fuckable. Excuse my French. I'm sorry, ma. Women do not care about being fuckable, okay? It's a difference in being appreciated and fuckable. Yes, y'all value our sexuality. Yeah, but that's nothing. That holds no true value. That's liquefied. Women desire to be desired, not just sexually. Desired. Truly desired. Desired. Not fuckable, okay? So I want to just put that out there, because I think people get that misconstrued a little bit. Like, just because you want to hump her, that doesn't mean nothing. It's how she left the situation. Hold on. I missed something. Okay, so I lost a file. The majority are dope as hell. They definitely are. Oh, I like, thank you. I like the way you think as well. How and why what, Mr. Newsom? That's not true though. Some men can just leave, not all. Some hold the church. No, exactly. Now I said some, sir. I never do all, or it's never that. I never speak like that. That makes the whole statement false. It's always areas of gray and everything. So yeah, I didn't say that. Yeah, you're right. And I'm not saying that. But see, again, we got to go about the majority, right? So it's the majority over here, it's the majority over there. And let's understand, men are definitely stepping up now, because men are understanding their worth, their value, they're understanding their position, their power. You play too much. I know you do, Chef. What's up, Chef? It's how she left the situation. And then you shouldn't, and that's dope. And that means you are definitely a man's man, and I love it. That's dope. You shouldn't want to. But then let's tell the flip side of that though. Okay, that some men, just like some women, right, don't use your babies as an excuse to stay in a relationship though, because that's bogus. And what you're going to end up doing is devastating them more, because now you're going to show them a toxic relationship as being a relationship. If you can work better as being a co-parent, then do that. Because for some people, that's necessary. Some people, that's the best place they've ever been, is being in co-parenting. But then you have to be able to have people that, I think, man, get the bad. No, he don't. It depends. See, okay. I mean, I get it. Sometimes it can be, because I got homeboys. Some of them do get the bad end of the deal, and I get that. And that's true. But again, it go back to what I keep saying. It depends on how we pick, right? It depends on how we pick. Women don't always pick right, and men don't always pick right. It's a fact. It's just what it is. It's what it is. We get caught in the heat. Stuff happen. It was what it is. Or people change, because people are not always the people they are. Some people never have real responsibility, and when you're in a relationship where real responsibility hits, now the real responsibility exposes the immaturity, exposes the lack of responsibility, exposes the lack of forward motion. It exposes things, because now you gotta do real stuff. See, it's okay when you just doing mediocre everyday living, but now we're talking about building, now we're talking about bills, now we're talking about furniture, we're talking about You know what I'm saying? Real things. So yeah, it's different. So sometimes it's not even that you pick bad, but you didn't really go through all the seasons. Come on, Pastor. I hear you, my man. You didn't go through all the seasons. See, because we got to test things through the seasons. They test the spirits by the spirits or the fruits by the fruits. I always mix it up. Listen, when you test them, you figure it out. So that's why people got to go through these 4 seasons. But I get it, because when we don't know better, we can't do better. And sometimes by the time we know better, it's too late. But that means at that point that it was supposed to happen. So you and that person could only make this person. And I'm cool with that. See, we can't dwell on what was. We got to dwell on what is going to be. What is and what we going to do with it. So, okay, we're here. Okay, let's talk about it. Let me see. I learned that. Facts. And let me tell y'all this too. Let me drop this real jewel on y'all. I know I'm telling all the player secrets. But if y'all is not having sex, y'all don't got no drama. Especially y'all ain't been together for 4-5 years. Ain't no drama unless y'all still having sex. People, I think I done said this before, but I'm tired of telling y'all these secrets. Y'all act like y'all don't know. Ain't no way possible. Unless she or he is just that miserable. But after time usually tapers it off unless they done double and dabble. Let's just keep it on it. Look. Yes, okay. Women be using their kids against them, calling and everything over the sun. I don't know what the emoji is, but I think I know what you're trying to say. Women do use their kids and men do too. Just like, okay, let's talk about it. So they were talking about, the man said women be using their kids against them, calling them, I guess, belittling them and everything over the sun, right? That's a fact. A lot of women are scared of responsibility more than men. I don't know if I agree with that. Because women normally typically have to be responsible early. But you do have a breed of women that are, okay, the police, I got you. I don't know about that. See, now we on some other stuff. People doing all this. People is all, okay, I'm confused. I'm trying to read these comments, y'all, and talk. I apologize. Okay, so let me take one at a time, because they kind of 2 different things. Okay, how much time I got back? I can't say.
You have like 7 more minutes.
Okay, I got 7 more minutes. Y'all, I'm about to do a synopsis of this. Women be using their kids against okay, so women do use their kids against men sometimes. Yes, they do. I have seen it with my own eyes. And I have seen men use kids against women as well. I've been a victim of that myself. Real talk. Because he's mad at you. See, like, that's why I say we're more alike than what y'all think. It's just that because we don't go through certain experiences, like, it's a lot of things. Women want men to pay their rent. Men want to hump women. Women want men to pay their bills. Men want to hump women. Life. Hold on, what? Topic, life. I'm confused with the life part. I get what you're saying. So women want men to pay their rent and their bills. Okay? That's what he said. And I agree that a lot of women do want men to pay their rent and their bills. But I'm going to tell you why I think a lot of women do that. Because when you are a woman that don't ask for nothing, men carry you different. Like, you don't want the bag, you ain't this, you that, you this, you that. Men, see, I tell y'all, this relationship thing, this men and women thing, I don't know. Sometimes it's so condescending, it's so contradicting, it's crazy. Because for some, that's why I say for some men and for some women, because again, this is not collective. This is for some and some. Some men don't think that a woman hitting on that or she's at a certain caliber if she ain't asking you for this. Certain men think that a woman only this if she asks for this. Certain women feel like if the man don't want to have sex, there's something wrong with him. Certain women feel like if he want to have sex, there's something wrong with him. No, I disagree with that. But I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. They might do that. They might definitely do that. They might. But ain't nothing wrong with. I know exactly. That's what I say. I think it's an even exchange myself too. Because I don't know. I'm just different with a lot of this stuff. I ain't gonna say I don't know. I would say I definitely know. People want things one-sided, right? If you want something, I think when they say ain't never been a robbery in an even exchange or a fair exchange, if that's what y'all exchange is, and that's what y'all exchange is, it ain't never been a robbery in a fair exchange. So if that's what she tell you, that's what you need for her time, her whatever you think about her, that's on you. But that's what she told you, that's what she wanted. Or if she comes short on the bill and she asks you for that money for that bill, and you don't want to give it to her, okay. But the next time when you call her and ask her for some cake, she probably don't give it to you, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But then men gotta understand, like, just with the status quo, people want everything to stay original or to be liberal until it ain't, until it don't work for them. Because men want women to be this kind of way and be so feminine and have this in order and that in order. But the men who required that from those women, they were providers. So you gotta be careful, just like women who want men to just provide, but then they want them to be emotionally connected and all of this other stuff. The men back then, yes, they did provide, but they weren't doing all that extra stuff necessarily. So you gotta pick kind of where you want, and then that comes with the communication thing. It comes with having real conversations with people before we have sex with people. But sometimes we tend to do that bad, and we all fall short of that at some point in time, on some level, or whatever the case may be, and that's just what it is. That's just what it is, you know. So, but this has been a real dope episode, because I gotta get ready to wrap it up. If y'all got anything else, and as you should not want to have a problem helping somebody who want to help you. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, we'll talk about this again. This is really dope. Oh, and you are too. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all you guys this evening for tapping in, tuning in. Ain't nobody call in, but I thank y'all anyway. Y'all dope. Again, happy birthday, Keyshawn. I love you, babe. 17. I'm so dope. So excited about. Thank you. Do I have any announcements? Oh, the Quiz Award. Look, y'all, I am super excited and super nervous about this Quiz Award I'm going to be receiving this Sunday. Big shout out. Thank you. It was great. Big shout out to Miss Monique Yesenia. I said it right. Hey, she's so dope. Also, big shout out to all my viewers, all my people who came in and said something, all the people that support me, all the people who built with me this evening, made the show dope. Y'all really came through for me. I love you, Mom. I just want to thank everybody for everything. Thank y'all for supporting me. Y'all been sticking out with your girl. That's so dope. Like I said, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be here with your girl C. And that means so very much to me. Y'all stay blessed, y'all stay up, and y'all stay sucker free. Peace, blessings, love.
Powered by Virginia Radio.